Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to our Industrial Technology Conference. I'm pleased to introduce Gevorkyan, a family-owned European leader in powder metallurgy with more than 50 years of family expertise in this field. It's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Artur Gevorkyan, founder and chairman of the board of directors, and Mr. Andrzej Bartowski, he's CFO of Gevorkyan. They both will guide us through the presentation and share deeper insight into the company, its product portfolio, and the strategic priorities. Before we begin, a brief housekeeping note. This conference is being recorded and all participants are in a listen-only mode. And after the presentation, which will take like 20 minutes, we will move on with a Q&A session. Please submit your questions via the chat box at any time. And MBB Research follows Gevorkyan closely, and I will also share a link to the latest research in our chat box. So Arthur, Andrzej, thank you for joining us today. We are looking forward to the presentation, and the floor is all yours.
Thank you very much. Let me start presentation. As already mentioned, we are family company and work in powder metallurgy. Nowadays, is about 60 years. Company, I'm Armenian, so I'm immigrant from Armenia, and years ago I started company in Ukraine, but it was 30 years ago, and because of a lot of troubles with corruption and many not nice things, I decided open plant, similar plant in Europe, and we choose Slovakia, small, nice, clean country, and until now we are happy with this decision. And you see very unusual direction of our business development. We are going from the right to the left. Later on, we open in Western Europe our research and development office in Vienna, in Austria, to be more close with our customers. We acquire company in Sweden, nowadays in Italy. By the way, we are on fuel station now, traveling to our new Italian plant. As mentioned, my father worked all his life in powder metal, and my son now continue in company. Independent with company has my name. This is not one-man show. We have very good and reliable structure. We have production director, technical director, quality manager, human resource manager, project coordinators for each project, financial director. So interesting point and very unusual point for industry. 10% of our employees work in a research and development department. The reason is that when we start company as immigrants, very small, very dirty, it was no chance receive, let's say, usual orders, and all our projects was absolutely crazy, very difficult, and projects were refused before by our competitors. Nowadays, we can say, and we are proud that company run absolutely non-stop 30 years, with no 1 second interruption in production. Christmas, Sylvester, summer shutdown never happened. We have now about 200 people, and average age is 37, 38, very young company, and about 40% of company has university education. Even we are production plant. You see some milestones on the left photo. This is me when we establish or built our first machines, first presses, first furnaces. Everything was made by hand, and later on we established our first heat treatment production, later on machining production. We established the department for robotization and automatization. It was very important for us, and this is why until now we have only to 100 people, the same like 10 years ago. And in 2020, we realized IPO to Prague Stock Exchange. Until now, we are only single foreign company in Prague Stock Exchange, and we are only single company who is generally on stock exchange in Slovakia. Later on, we realized dual listing in Bratislava, but this is no problem. It was reason only to be able offer our shares also in euro, not only in Czech kron. And in 2025, we established a daughter company as Gevorkyan Force Defense, because we start receive many new projects from defense industry. And generally, our industry, mainly metal injection molding and 3D printing, is very popular for firearm producers and generally for defense. As I said, during IPO, we received 30 million euro. All this money we invest in development of company. And this is reason why we have so nice growing last years, because we receive new capacities. And we acquire in Sweden SKF, one of the biggest industrial company in Europe, SKF Sweden. They had their own metal injection production, powder metal production. We completely transfer this production in Slovakia. And also we acquire business from German Poland group Alta. And now we already have our own plant. We acquire completely company in Bologna in Italy. Nowadays we are traveling to Milano to finalize due diligence for next two companies. So hopefully it will be next acquisition. And this is the reason why we think that SPO for us is actual. As I said, we have powder metal, we have injection molding, we have hot isostatic pressing and 3D printing. Nowadays we are close to sign agreement. Several meetings already happened to be supplier for very interesting, for very big projects for companies like Microsoft, NVIDIA. I hope this will happen nearest time. Some uniqueness of our company is that 1/3 of products never exist before and developed in Gevorkyan in cooperation with customers. So we never produce commodity. Half of our products never produced by powder metal, 1/3 is never exist before. And this is reason why we are, even if we are in Slovakia, in fact, we have not suppliers in Slovakia, and we have not or almost no customers in Slovakia. This is only place of production. We have our own tool shop. We have our own production hall, all kind of treatments, CNC machining, very, very modern laboratory. And we work with very unusual materials in powder metal like brass, stainless steel, or also 100% copper, what is now very popular for big digital centers for cooling, to use in cooling. This is financial indicators. Better if I transfer from this point to our financial director, Andrei Batovsky. Andrei, please.
Thank you, Mr. Gevorkyan. Okay, so my name is Andrei Batovsky. I am CFO of the company, and I will continue with some financial indicators about our company. The first point is that you can see on the left that we have very strong EBITDA margin. It's over 30%, and it is between 30 and 40%. It is because, as also Mr. Gevorkyan said, we develop parts which other companies cannot. It is not about that Slovakia is a cheap country. The second point is that you can see that we continuously grow in EBITDA and also in revenues. On the graph, it is from year 2017, but our growth is from the start of the company, from 1996. On the right side, you can see the ownership structure. Actually, Mr. Gevorkyan has 70% because few weeks ago we made a small SPO ABB deal in Prague Stock Exchange to have possibilities and the finance for our acquisition in Italy and to our other possible acquisitions. Okay, this is also very important. Before, I want to say also that we are a public interest company. We are listed on both Bratislava and Prague Stock Exchange. We are audited by Big Four, by Ernst & Young for 10 years. And we also have 3 bond issues, which one is private in Czech crowns and 2 are in euros and they are public. On this graph, you can see that we almost quadruple in our revenues from 2014 to 2025 with the same amount of employees, 190. And this is because of investment in robotization, automatization, AI, and digitalization. Nowadays, we have in production more robots than people. From my point of view as a financial director, I think that this is one of the strongest points of our company because our portfolio is very, very diversified and also not by sectors, but geographically too. You can find our products from perfumes or handbags to oil platforms, or also in some compressors, hand tools, or of course automotive industry. And on this slide you can find our customers. As I said, we are also geographically diversified. 60% of our portfolio is still in European Union, where usually is a mother company which we do research and develop with, and then the company, if they have factories all around the world, we just deliver parts to India, Brazil, Argentina, Canada, Switzerland, Japan. We also establish daughter companies in Slovakia, in Poland for defense industry. In this year, we have also our branches in USA and Mexico, and also we made acquisition in Italy this year. So we are in 5 or 6 countries right now. Okay, and the last slides are about ESG. This year we will have a voluntary report from KPMG. We need to wait just few days or few weeks. For us, what is important is that we are independent from prices in
resources.
In general resources, because we have our own photovoltaic station, which is on all buildings in our factories. We have also nitrogen and hydrogen generator, and we also have our own battery storage. So and on the next slide you can see that we have a lot of awards. You can see that Prime Minister of Slovak Republic and also the President of Slovak Republic visit our company in 2023 and 2025. We won a KPMG Responsible Business Award in 2024, and Mr. Gevorkyan was Entrepreneur of the Year in Slovakia last year. Also, 3 times in a row, we were in Slovak best managed companies by Deloitte. I was also CFO of the year in Slovakia in 2023, and Mr. Gevorkyan was also not entrepreneur, but also manager of the year by Slovak newspaper. And you can see our awards from stock exchanges and from other companies. And of course, we have all certificates and membership, which are important that we can deliver parts to defense industry and also automotive. So from my point, that's end of the presentation. If Mr. Gevorkyan want add something.
No, I would like only to add that because of this really not easy history of company, we never produced parts and after, let's say, first step and after try to sell these parts. Every time we're working to solve some problems of our customers, and every time we provide some solutions. And what is important for us, because finally I am the same investor as all the rest shareholders, our customers first realize payment for development, and after we start work to develop some unique products. But first of all, we receive money on our account, and this is also a reason why until now we work with our first customer, so 30 years, and first customer, and of course every year we receive new and new. And the company culture is very stable. We still have our first employer in our company, even he's more than 70, but very useful persons. We have many families in our company, and what is important, we realized a SOP program, and our many of our key employees, totally I can say maybe 25% of people, we are shareholders in our company, and we are deeply interested in company results as well. And with this SO program, sure we will continue for future as well. Sometime or many times we receive questions about defense. I would like again underline, we have 2 daughter company, one in Poland, one in Slovak Republic. They have all necessary documents, and according to existing law, they work for, say, firearm application, for military application, not Gevorkyan directly. Gevorkyan work only for civil. So firearms, but for civil application, and also not for Slovakia. And also, because of history, I would like underline, we never before and we will never in future work with post-Soviet Union countries. This is our philosophy, our strategy. We are happy to be in Europe, and this is enough for us. From presentation, thank you. This is all.
Perfect. Many thanks so far. And we will now turn to the Q&A session, and please use the chat box for any questions you would like to address. We received the first questions already, and as you just finished with the topic defense, which is quite a huge topic in current days, let's maybe start with this question. You are currently in advanced negotiations for a defense-focused joint venture in Poland with a view toward a Warsaw Stock Exchange listing. How close are you to finalizing this deal, and what is the strategic rationale behind in dual triple listing?
Yeah, very interesting question. You know, of course, Poland and Polish market and Polish industry growing much faster than in Slovak Republic. And I must say, historically, when I established company in Slovakia 30 years ago, my first customers was from Poland. And from that time, we still work a lot with Polish customers. I like Poland, and for us is very easy communicate and work on Polish market. What about defense industry? I must say that they contact us. We don't generate some special activities, but when we receive one, second, third, and many next requests, and we start work on development also with military institutes in Poland, we decide, okay, now is let's say right time in advance to establish company to be able work on Polish market for defense. And we will see how fast it will grow. Anyway, in nearest countries, we work with 13 firearm producers, all known brands. But as I said, until now, this is or civil application, or this is frangible bullets. We work for munition, very special application for drones, anti-drones, for material, for ballistic protection. About Warsaw Stock Exchange, of course, this is an important step for us. We don't put, let's say, some special target that it must be in November, in December. First of all, we need to finalize some projects and to finalize our acquisitions activities in Italy. But let's see. I think that something inside next maybe 10, 12 months, we will realize SPO. It's two options, honestly, one in Poland and second in Frankfurt. And with on both directions, we communicate. Maybe this is not very correct, but I think that it will depend from what countries, German speaking or Poland, we will have more customers. Nowadays, it's really a lot from German speaking countries, Austria, Germany. Let's see.
And maybe there will be some more German companies. Another question is going into the direction of defense and German customer. You have stated you have open capacity ready to handle an additionally 100 million parts, specifically for the defense sector.
Yes.
How quickly do you expect the onboarding of tier one giants like Rheinmetall and Leonardo to absorb this capacity?
Second very good question. This was one of reasons of our acquisition in Italy, because we already deliver this company, what we acquired, they was supplier of Rheinmetall and Leonardo, and this was one of the reasons why we acquired them. But they had not so much end capacity and technical possibilities. They don't work with material what we work. They don't have 3D printing or metal injection. So we work with them now, and hope this also help us to open doors. I must say that acquisition final documents was signed only 22 of April, so exactly 2 months ago, and now we have a lot of work to transfer some production from Italy to Slovakia and opposite from Slovakia to Italy. But we are building capacity to do this very fast, and we really have our technologies allowed us, first of all, big capacity, but second, immediately. So we are able to start deliveries with new products, let's say in weeks, in 10 weeks, in 8 weeks, we are able to start deliveries. And these products already approved in Poland, in Czech, in Slovak Republic, and products finally are the same because this is NATO products.
Okay, perfectly. When speaking about the acquisition in Italy, I guess it's Sinteris, the acquisition.
Yes.
So following the April 2026 closing of the Sinteris acquisition in Italy, how is the volume transfer to your automated Slovakian plant progressing? You've mentioned that already. And what near-term margin synergies are you seeing?
This company was very interesting, or still very interesting in European market, because I don't know how it's possible, but we never was competitors. and they work in different niche on the market than our company. And this is not geographical because in Italy we have a lot of customers, but also they work a lot for hydraulical application of powder metal parts. And this is also, you know, they produce parts for, let's say, Volvo trucks. And this Volvo, they can be defense and they can be only cargo. So this is really a good company with interesting know-how, and our acquisition, as usual, was friendly. So we don't want, let's say, eat this company. We want to remain reliable and very fair partners. Idea is simple. We have some very big machines. What is nowadays in Europe, to receive these machines, you need wait 1.5 to 2 years delivery time. This is machines like 5-floor building, you know, 3-4 floor underground, next 2-3 floor on the ground. So it's really huge machines, and we have these machines. We have not these machines in Slovakia, but we have much more complicated machines and technology in Slovakia. So now we are mixing this experience, and you know, sometime every week we change our idea how to move, what is better, what is. But anyway, I'm happy with this communication. Our teams permanently staying in Italy, and Italian guys, Italian partners, they also visit us very often. Let's see, but one of, let's say, one direction, this is trucks and heavy defense, and second is opposite, very light. So light aircrafts, drones. In this area, they have really very big, very long time relation, and we would like, we already receive approvals from these players as well.
Perfect. Thanks a lot for answering this question. And maybe we have two more questions left regarding the financial side of your company. We'll start with the first one. The euro 30 million senior bond issued by Gevorkyan CZ is or are maturing in November 2026. Do you plan to roll this debt over with a new bond issuance or look forward for a bank financing? What's your preferred way?
No, Andrei, maybe.
Yes, thank you. One more important point to the presentation, which I forgot, is that we do not pay out dividends or any profits, and every euro we earn, we take back to the company. So very important information to all of the investors. And to this question, we have a lot of possibilities and offers right now. The first is that we can make equity deal, so we can switch debt for equity. But most probably we will make next bond issue for the same amount, so the debt will not increase. So the 30 million for 30 million. And we have also one very interesting offer from one big European bank for a loan. So we will see, maybe it will be the combination of all of these three, but most probably we will do the bond emission 30 million as we have in maturity.
Let's also have a short and brief look on the short-term liabilities, which rose sharply to 43 million in Q1 2026. What is your precise timeline and strategy for securing the necessary refinancing facilities?
Okay, I think that this rise was only because the maturity of the bonds is less than 12 months. So we need to put from long-term liabilities to short-term liabilities. But every other part of debt is still the same. Maybe something is bigger, something is smaller, but we are on the way. Yes, and we are consistently.
Perfectly. Perfectly in time. We have answered all the questions. Artur and Andre, thanks a lot for the insights you have provided, and all participants, they will receive a brief email with the question for some feedback, and we will share the feedback later on with the company. And for now, we have to continue with our conference today. The next one is Cronus, and I put the link in the chat box already. So once again, Andre and Artur, thanks a lot for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Perfect. Thank you.